A few days ago, the president mentioned his cabinet making some reshuffles here and there. Remember, the cabinet had one position vacant after the cabinet secretary for interior, that is Kithure Kindiki, was promoted to become the deputy president of the Republic of Kenya, replacing Rigathi Gachagua. Now, the new cabinet has seen the involvement of allies from the former president, that is Uhuru Kenyatta, and also at the same time, the same cabinet has allies of Raila Amolo Odinga. This could be a benefit to the president, but it also the biggest loss that the president can have. From Uhuru's allies, we have the likes of Leki Nyanjui, who is the former governor of Nakuru. We have William Kabogo, and we have Mutahi Kagwe. Remember, in Uhuru's government, Mutahi Kagwe served as the cabinet secretary for health, and he served during the time of COVID-19 pandemic, where Kenyans did not want to undergo the vaccination of COVID-19, and Mutahi Kagwe managed to convince the nation to undergo the vaccination. And who is better to take over the cabinet spot over the slot of agriculture, where there is also an introduction of the livestock vaccination, if not Mutahi Kagwe. From Raila's side, we have the likes of Akina Ali Hassan Joho, someone who had vowed never to work with the president of Kenya, that is William Ruto. We have the likes of Akina Wycliffe Oparanya, the likes of Akina John Mbadi, and the likes of Akina Opiyo Wandayi. If you're very careful, of both factions of Raila Amolo Odinga and the faction of Uhuru Kenyatta have given out their closest allies to the government. Today, I want to give you an analysis based on the 48 laws of power of the moves made by Raila and Uhuru Kenyatta, and also what William Ruto should have done, or also the moves that William Ruto is trying to make. But also I want to give you a reason as to why, because in the 48 laws of power, Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta have played a number of laws. That is, number one is the law number 8 of 48 laws of power that says, make people come to you, use bait if necessary. The president had vowed never to look for Raila Amolo Odinga or have any handshake with Raila. And remember, Raila Amolo Odinga at that time was working closely with Uhuru Kenyatta against his government. But when things started going sideways, Raila Amolo Odinga used baits, the maandamanos and all that, and William Ruto went to Raila Amolo Odinga. For Uhuru Kenyatta, there has been trouble in the mountains since the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. Rigathi Gachagua has grown so much influence. So Uhuru Kenyatta situated himself in a position where William Ruto will go to him. I've also seen today that Peter Kenneth has been appointed by the same William Ruto. These are allies to President William Ruto. And if you're very careful, President William Ruto has appointed so many Kikuyus into his government. This is a bid for him to try and win back the mountain. Also at the same time, remember, in politics, I've always told you that there are only two constants. There is the constant of interest, and then there is the constant of betrayal. And according to the 48 laws of power, law number 14, pose as a friend, act as a spy. When the interests are lies, that is posing as a friend. So the interests of William Ruto, Raila Amolo Odinga, and Uhuru Kenyatta may be aligning. But at the same time, William Ruto should be very careful, because they could be posing as friends but acting as spies, because there is this time Uhuru won this country against letting this country go to the hands of thieves, citing that the current president, who was his former deputy president, was a thief, or he was not fit to rule this country. There is a time he also spoke in Kikuyu language of how the current president, had stolen government money. But for William Samoei Ruto, he might be using law number 22 of 48 laws of power, where it says use the surrender tactic and transforming weaknesses to strength. He could be surrendering and at the same time winning the success of people by making Raila Amolo Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta look as bad people to the citizens. Remember, since Raila Amolo Odinga joined hands with William Ruto, people have not been appealing or have not been happy with the move Raila Amolo Odinga made. And it has brought a very huge factor between Raila Amolo Odinga and the citizen, especially the young people. So is for Uhuru Kenyatta, this union between him and William Ruto is not gonna sit well with so many young people and so many people over this country. With the two constants of interest and betrayal, chances are these people can betray William Ruto at any time. And today I want to share with you the reason as to why the current cabinet of William Samoei Ruto is his biggest loss. My name is Mavali Derek. Welcome to the Political Spotlight. Without much ado, let me first of all appreciate my subscribers for the biggest support you have been giving me throughout this journey. And also, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, this is the right time. Just hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification bell so that the next time we upload a video that is in line with this, YouTube will automatically notify you of the upload. Without much ado, let's dive into the conversation. First of all, the reason as to why this cabinet appointment by William Ruto is his biggest loss is that Uhuru once warned this country over Ruto's takeover from the government. And constant number 2 can play, because chances are Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta may be playing behind the shadows. We expected the appointment of Fred Matiang'i into the cabinet, but Uhuru did not give Fred Matiang'i his name. And Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta is a close ally to Fred Matiang'i. Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta attended Kalonzo's daughter's wedding. Now, what if Kalonzo Musyoka and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta discussed that Uhuru has his allies in Ruto's government to act as spies, and then later in 2027, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta betray William Ruto? Remember, I gave you a scenario when during the reign of President Moi, when President Moi endorsed Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta to run for presidency, and then Raila Amolo Odinga walked out of government, and he walked out with a number of MPs from that government. That weekend, the side of President Moi. And if Raila Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta pulled that card on William Ruto a few months to election, then William Ruto's government will be crippled on a very, very huge factor. So, as much as he has picked to work with Uhuru Kenyatta's allies, as much as he has picked to work with Raila's allies, these people might betray him when it comes to 2027. The second reason is he has divided the mountain. Right now in the mountain, there are only 2 people who matter. It's either you are a pro-Uhuru or you are a pro-Rigathi Gachagua. Right now, William Ruto is no longer a factor in the mountain. Nobody is going to listen to what William Ruto says. People in the mountain will only listen to Rigathi Gachagua or listen to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. But also at the same time, he has given an opportunity for the guys like Ndindi Nyoro to rise. Ndindi Nyoro might rise and become an independent entity in the mountain, and that will make him acquire a very huge following from the mountain. So William Ruto, he was controlling the mountain in 2022 with the help of Rigathi Gachagua, but currently with this appointment of Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, because before bringing the Uhuru people in government, there are only 2 factors in the mountain. There were pro-Ruto, who were still following and having trust in Ruto's government, courtesy of the likes of Akina Kimani Ichung'wa, and then we have the pro-Rigathi Gachagua. But right now, William Ruto is no longer going to be a factor in the mountain. The third reason is that the hustler narrative is no longer alive. This is an analysis that I'll do later, a full analysis as to why the hustler narrative for this nation is dead. This is the reason. When William Ruto was campaigning in 2022, he used the slogan Hustler Nation. Hustler Nation was an entity to carry people from a low society, citing that he was a chicken seller, and he's portraying himself as a person who has the interest of the poor people at heart. And he painted the likes of Akina Raila Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta as dynasties or families that have been in power since independence. And he rallied people to vote for him to get rid of the likes of the dynasty family. But right now he is working with the dynasty family, and he has done away with the hustlers, or the hustler Mama Mboga and Watu Boda Boda no longer factor in William Ruto's government. So this will be an analysis that I'll do later, but him working with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and Raila Amolo Odinga has actually painted the hustler narrative as a fake narrative, and it has made it sound like it was only a tool to take him to government, because I tend to believe that there were other ways to approach issues were it not going to work with Raila Amolo Odinga and working with Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. Lastly, ladies and gentlemen, law number 32 of 48 laws of power says that play to people's fantasies. And here William Ruto has totally failed, because people's fantasies after him meeting with Uhuru Kenyatta was that he was going to appoint allies of Uhuru Kenyatta into cabinet or even into his government. And that has actually happened. And he has played to people's fantasies, and this has portrayed his government as a government that is in shackles, a government that needs help, that he has gone to look for Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, he has gone to look for Raila Odinga to help him run his government. He has portrayed himself to people as a weak person who needs support from others. As much as for human beings to work very well, we need the support of others, there were other options for the president to explore rather than working with his enemies, that is Raila Odinga and Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. At the same time, working with enemies can be a way to show the nation that It is good to forgive others and come together for the betterment of the nation. But it is a problem for him, because if these two people decide to betray him and walk out of the cabinet, if you're very careful, William Ruto is no longer in control of the finance part of this nation. The cabinet secretary for finance is from Raila side. Then he has appointed the committee from members of the committee are mostly from Uhuru side. So he is no longer in control of the finance cabinet of this nation. And whenever it is nearing 2027 and these niggas decide to walk out of this government, then it's gonna be a downfall for William Ruto. Let me know what is your view in the comments section. My name is Mavali Derek. See you on my next video.